कामक्रोधो भवन्वेगम् सा युक्ता सा सुखी नरा शक्नोति हैव या शोरम् प्राक्शरीरा विमोक्षणा कामक्रोधो भवन्वेगम् सा युक्ता सा सुखी नरा शक्नोति हैव या शोरम् प्राक्शरीरा विमोक्षणा कामक्रोधो भवन्वेगम् सा युक्ता सा सुखी नरा Anybody would like to listen?
Shaknoti haivaya sodham Raksharira vimokshana Kamakrodho bhavam vegam Sayukta sukhi nara
Saknoti haivaya sodum Praksharira vimokshana Kamakrodhodbhava vegam Sayuktaha sa sukhi naraha
Shaknoti is able. Iha iva in the present body. Ya one who Shoram to tolerate Rak before Sharira the body Vimokshana giving up Kam desire Krodha and anger Udbhavam generated from Vegam urges Saha he Yuktaha in trance Saha he Sukhi happy Naraha human being. Translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Ki. Before giving up this present body, if one is able to tolerate the urges of the material senses and check the foresight, desire and anger, he is well situated and is happy in this world. I think we covered this verse last time. Number 24. One whose happiness is within, who is active and rejoices within, whose aim is inward, is actually the perfect mystic. He is liberated in the Supreme. And ultimately he attains the Supreme. Those who are beyond the dualities that arise from doubts, whose minds are engaged within, who are always busy working for the welfare of all living beings, and who are free from all sins, achieve liberation in the Supreme. But if I don't explain, I don't know how many of you will understand. I can read it, but then either I explain or I just don't show the verses. You agree, right? Otherwise, how much can we understand by reading the verse?
Prabhuji, is it possible that like now we are going through slide by slide, like the story wise? Once that is done, can we go through verse by verse? The remaining.
एक साल लगेगा. Okay, what are dualities? Duality.
Control,
opinion,
opposites.
different opinions, choices.
Duality means we like something, we dislike something. We love something, we hate something. like gulab jamun, don't like something. Previously I didn't use to like my childhood, now everything is okay. Where are dualities arising from? How to understand this?
How to understand this? Like where the dualities come from?
See what Krishna says? Those who are beyond the dualities that arise from doubts.
Without the proper knowledge, we have the dualities. When we think that something is good and something is bad for us, when we see things differently, segregating them, so that brings us to the point like where we like someone, dislike someone.
This doubt here refers to lack of our true understanding of who we are. When we identify ourselves with this body, that's the root cause of all the dualities. Based on that we like something, based on that we dislike something. What is liking based on? What gives pleasure to this body, or to this mind and to these senses?
Satisfaction of our ego.
That's where the duality is coming from. Whose minds are engaged within means those who are absorbed in Krishna, who are always busy working for the welfare of all living beings, who are living for others. See, we are mostly focused on ourselves. That's what gives rise to selfishness. What I want, what I. But those who are always busy working for the welfare of all living beings and who are free from all sins. Actually, sins give rise to duality. How sins give rise to dualities? Give rise to duality.
Sin is like disobeying.
It's a
Sin is like disobeying
disobeying
the word of the Lord, so that
the rules of the Lord. Yes. One time we discussed the cycle of sin. Anybody
Yes.
remembers?
Yes.
That there is a sinful desire, and there is a sin.
Isn't it like ignorance?
Yeah, the root cause is ignorance.
Ignorance.
We don't know who we are. The root cause is ignorance. From there comes the desire to enjoy. From the sinful desire comes sinful action. And from the sinful action comes two things. One is a reaction which is installed for us, and the proclivity to perform that sinful act again increases. That I want to do the same sin. Anything wrong I do, I would like to do that again. And that proclivity is what brings us into duality, because now I like something and the opposite I hate. So in this way we are bound more and more. It's a reaction from the past. Our attachment is because of our reaction from the past. The moment we become free from all reactions from the past, we can render bhakti with determination. What obstructs us to render bhakti with determination is our previous sinful reactions. किसी को कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा, राइट? इसीलिए हम लोगों को प्रेजेंटेशन में जाना चाहिए। क्योंकि मैं सबके चेहरे देख रहा हूँ, सब लोग लाइक पता नहीं आप क्या बोल रहे हो। फिर मुझे लगता है कि क्यों बोल। See, this is Bhagavad Gita is very technical, but a lot of depth is there. You remember that verse? te dvanda moha nirmukta bhajante mam dridhavrata. Janana punya karmana te dvanda moha nirmukta bhajante mam dridhavrata. Janana punya karmana tesham to antagatam papam. Pap means sin. तेषाम तो अंतर गतम पाप, जिसका अंत जब अंत हो जाता है पाप के रिएक्शन का. हाउ? जननाम पुण्य कर्मणाम, लाइफ आफ्टर लाइफ, डिवोशनल एक्टिविटीज. When all the reactions are over, te dvanda moha nirmukta. That person becomes free from dvandva moha, duality and illusion. Bhajante mam dridhavrata, and he can worship me with determination. Not everyone, see, not every one of us can worship Krishna with determination. Why? Because we are bound up with these attachments from the past, and they always distract us, and they always put us again and again into this duality, into these attachments. But then service to Krishna only, like there is an example given. एक बार चालू करते हैं तो लगता है कि बोलते रहो बोलते रहो बोलते रहो. There is this example given. What causes indigestion is milk. What cures indigestion is yogurt. Both are milk product. You know this, right? Both are milk product. One milk product is a cause of disease. One milk product is a cause of cure. Likewise, same matter is a cause of bondage. Same matter can be the cause of liberation. When the same matter is used for my pleasure, is a cause of bondage. When the same matter, or like karma yoga, using everything in the service of the Lord, whatever we have used in the service of the Lord, you have a car, you have a laptop, you have a mobile, whatever you have, you connect it to the Lord, then same things will be the cause of your liberation. And same things will be the cause of bondage. Another example, Lord Kapila explains his wood. You know, forest fire. You know how forest fire comes?
Yeah. Friction between two wood or
something, wood or leaves, two branches, friction. So same wood is a cause of fire. And the fire consumes the same wood and burns it into ashes. Likewise, our modes, we are in Rajagun, Sattvagun, Tamagun. We are not pure. We have so many desires, so many attachments. And then with whatever we are, filled with anger, envy, lust, pride, whatever, pura top level. Whatever we are in, whatever we are filled with, don't worry about it. With all those emotions, render bhakti. The same bhakti will devour all these emotions. Lord Kapila gives this example. Same bhakti will devour all these emotions and make you pure. Bhakti can also be rendered in mode of passion, mode of ignorance, and mode of goodness. That's okay, you can render bhakti with whatever emotions you can. And same bhakti will devour all the three modes and will make you pure. Nobody is understanding anything, right?
No, we understand.
Still nobody is understanding.
No,
How many of you are understanding what I am speaking? Very good, nothing is.
I have a question.
Madhi Mataji?
A little bit probably the same.
Little bit. Devesh Prabhu?
Yes.
Fully? Wow, Prabhu. Really? Rajiv Prabhu? You nothing, huh? क्या करे? Actually, teacher has to be qualified. Then he can explain very well. Actually, problem मेरा ही है. Yes. So, yeah.
How come mode of ignorance render the bhakti?
Bhakti can be mode of ignorance. How bhakti can be mode of ignorance? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. My Lord, please punish this person. Teach him a tight lesson. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. He's giving so much trouble. He's a pain in my neck. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. I'm praying to Krishna. I'm chanting not for his pleasure, to do harm to somebody else. See, violence is there. Here bhakti is rendered influenced by the mode of ignorance.
Example of Prahlad Maharaj. Does Veda continuously?
Yeah, but the question is how
That
is
is ignorance, mode of ignorance. He was in mode of ignorance.
But we are talking about bhakti in ignorance, not just
How bhakti in
ignorance.
That's still bhakti though?
Huh?
That's
That was-
still bhakti?
That's bhakti in ignorance, touched by ignorance. Because he is chanting the holy name, he is taking shelter of Krishna, he is praying to Krishna. So there is a bhakti angle that Krishna, please destroy this person. So you see, Krishna teach him a lesson. So there is taking shelter of Krishna for not what pleases Krishna. The revenge I want to take.
That's the definition of bhakti though, to please Krishna?
So it's not pure bhakti for me.
Okay.
It's like mixed bhakti. You know? But even that same bhakti with anger will also devour that ignorance. It is said that bhakti rendered with envy also can give you liberation. And the example is Shishupal. He remembered Krishna out of envy. But he was liberated, became purified because he remembered Krishna out of envy. Because Krishna is all pure, you touch him, no matter how you touch him, you will become pure. But it is said it is not favorable bhakti. It is unfavorable. Favorable bhakti is for the pleasure of the Lord. Likewise, you start doing bhakti wherever, whichever, whatever, and it will devour everything inauspicious. So you all think that I should go to presentation now, right? After understanding this verse. Nice stories, easy flow.
That way we will more connect into that.
Huh?
We will more connect into that, those examples.
Example and stories. Yeah, just, yeah.
जिनको पढ़ना है वो खुद पढ़ लेंगे अब वर्स बाय वर्स पढ़िए
है? समझ नहीं आता नींद और देखो जब भी आप बोलते हो ना सोने वाला करता है
we got spoiled जब बीच में चेंज किया हमने वो जब we were going verse by verse उसके बाद we got spoiled with the presentation उसका easy हो गया and now coming back to it was a little difficult
मुश्किल वाला समझ में Bhagavad Gita is very high actually. I'm reading Bhagavad Gita 15 years. Still like scratching the surface and like it's spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If God speaks something, cannot be direct, very dense. Presentation, right? Everybody wants presentation now?
Yes.
I think अभी आसान लग रहा होगा. There is an image and Krishna is eating her pie. Now you all will understand everything. In presentation you all will understand everything. If you are awake. The opportunity is there to sleep anyways. Okay. So we discussed this concept. We don't enjoy enjoying. We enjoy being enjoyed. Means if we try to enjoy, we cannot be happy. Actually, what Krishna says is every happiness has a beginning and has an end. And what happens when the pleasure ends? Misery begins. How long is material pleasure? Think of any material pleasure. How long is the pleasure? Think of any material pleasure. How long is the pleasure?
till we have it.
Few moments to few seconds. Some pleasure will few minutes, like eating. How long is the pleasure? How long is the suffering? Huh? Very long suffering. Why Krishna says, Adi Antavata Kauntaya. Every pleasure has a beginning and has an end. The pleasure, material pleasure ends. But then what does it give rise to? Dukkha yunana ivate. You want to enjoy? Enjoy. Then don't tell me that you get misery. I am telling you beforehand. Dukkha yunana ivate. You still want? Krishna says, that's why intelligent person does not take part in source of misery. Krishna calls pleasure in this world a source of misery.
Pleasure.
Huh?
Source of misery is pleasure.
Why? Because pleasure is short-lived. After pleasure, the story begins. So we don't enjoy enjoying, we enjoy being enjoyed. But if you compare material happiness and spiritual happiness, compare. Every material happiness has a beginning, has an end. Same object of material happiness give rise to suffering. Spiritual happiness does not have a beginning and end, does not have an end. Material happiness diminishes. Yesterday one lady was mentioning, you take a chocolate cheesecake, remember? Kiran Devi was mentioning. You eat a chocolate cheesecake. The first bite, what is the first bite looks like? Wow. And I don't eat. She was giving an example. Then what the second bite looks like? Very nice. What the third bite looks like? Nice. Fourth bite looks like? I have to finish it now. I'm just eating to finish the whole piece. But the pleasure is gone. So if you see pleasure, material happiness reduces. What about spiritual happiness, pleasure? Increases. You start with chanting Hare Krishna, no focus. One round is over. Then you come to second round, little focus. Come to fifth round, more focus. Come to eighth round. You go into a different zone. As you increase your chanting, you will feel your chanting become more and more absorbed. That's why we don't recommend chanting 1 or 2 rounds. And before the mind actually starts listening, your quota is done. And you're like, my quota is over. You want to experience. And then how many people are chanting? Like we have live example before us, Antariksh Prabhu. He's chanting for 45, 50.
47.
47 years.
Well, no, that's a lie. I didn't chant for like about 17 years in there.
30 years.
30.
30 years. How many of us are chanting for 30 years? 30 years, 16 rounds.
Not even 30 months.
Huh?
Not even 30 months.
Not even 30 months. And 30 years of sadhana has been invested. We enjoy being enjoyed means you try to please Krishna and you will be happy. You try to be enjoyed by. We are dependent enjoyers, we are not independent enjoyers. The example of dependent enjoyer is you are working for a company. You give results for the company. What will happen to you? You are secure. You don't care about the company. You do what you like to do. What will happen? At job also, we are dependent enjoyers. You have their well-wisher, you work hard for them, and they will give you more and more hike and promotion and whatever ladder. I call it ego ladder. They'll give you more and more. So likewise, you do more and more Krishna, Krishna will give you more and more. Krishna will take care of you. When we chant the holy name, you do an arati to Krishna. You see Krishna, the deity form of Krishna. You give a book of Krishna to somebody. You can ask that experience from Antariksh Prabhu. He still goes out and gives books to others. There is joy in that. But we are trying to please Krishna. You don't try to please yourself, try to please Krishna, you will be happy. When you say Jai Radha Madhav, what should we think of? Think of All glories to Radha and Krishna. Jai Kunja Bihari, who is enjoying in the Kunjas of Vrindavan. All glories to this personality. And then you will be happy. Bhakti means you do everything to please Krishna. But you think, Jai Radha Madhav, why I am not focusing? Why? Forget about yourself. You try to glorify Krishna. When you're chanting Hare Krishna Mahamudra, what is the mood? I really want to do it. I want to perform. It's not a performance. Kirtan, singing, chanting is not a performance. It's an act of glorifying the Lord. Hare Krishna, I'm trying to glorify you. I am not. Glorify. Jai means glorify. Jai means like, Prabhu, you are great. This is glories.
Just to imagine that you are great.
No, Krishna is great, no?
Yeah, just imagine that Krishna, you are great. That's why each and every time repeating this.
I am trying to please you. I want to serve you. You are the Lord. I am your eternal servant. And I exist to serve you. That's why I kind of, my existence is made for your service.
This should be in mind.
Like
Doing chanting.
Like how it is described, the meaning of Hare Krishna Mahamantra is, my Lord, please engage me in your service. Hare Krishna. Hare means Radha, Krishna. Oh Radha, oh Krishna, please engage me in your service. Prabhupada said, that is the meaning of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Please engage me in your service. Why? Because I am your eternal servant. I do get deviated, distracted many times. Still I am your eternal servant. Despite all my ups and downs, still, eternally I remain your eternal servant. So we enjoy being enjoyed by Krishna. When we try to please Krishna, that's what we enjoy. Then, principle 2 is Sarva Loka Maheshwara. Ishwar means
Bhagavan.
controller. Like the meaning. And Maheshwara means, what does word Maheshwara? Maha Ishwar become Maheshwar. A and I combine to become
A.
E.
Mahe. A.
Maha Ishwar becomes Maheshwar.
A plus E. A.
A plus I becomes E
Oh,
when they
English
combine.
E.
Ah,
In Hindi A.
ah,
Maheshwara. He. A. In
Mahe.
Hindi it's A.
okay, yeah. Yeah. Hey, okay, H ya bol.
But isn't the word Mahesh used for Lord Shiva?
Lord Shiva can also be called Maheshwar because he is the Lord of the demigods. He is superior to demigods. All the demigods that you say Ishwar, then Maheshwar can be used as he is superior to all the Ishwar. Then Krishna will become Maheshwar, Mahamaheshwar. Understand? So Maheshwar means the supreme controller. All the Ishwars, all the controllers are under him. That's Maheshwara.
He's saying Sarvaloka Maheshwara.
And what is Krishna telling? One who knows me as the controller of everything, the proprietor of everything. Everything belongs to me. One who knows that, he will be peaceful. How many fights happen because of property issues? Huh? Between brothers and between family members, how many struggle comes? Then there is a story of Akbar and Birbal. What is the story of Akbar and Birbal? So one time Akbar said, there was some saint, he was coming and he was doing some prayers and meditation in the land of Akbar. Like Rajya mein, he came and he was praying. So Akbar told Birbal, hey, ask him, this is my Rajya, this is my Kshetra. Ask him to get lost. So Birbal said, oh, yours? He said, this is all yours? I said, yes, this is all mine. Then Akbar said, whom does it belong to before you took birth? Then he said, it belonged to my ancestors. Whom will it belong to after you die? He said, it will belong to my generations. Then Birbal said, then you are just a caretaker. You are coming, taking care of it and then going. How can you claim proprietorship? Then Akbar said, oh, he is not proprietor of anything. Proprietor means it's yours. We are not proprietor of anything. We are not even proprietor of this body also. Why it will go? If you are proprietor of something, it's yours. But if something taken away, like the example, common example given is you go to a restaurant or a hotel, you stay there for 3 days. You cannot say belongs to me. So 3 days over, put it. It's everything here is temporary. But what happens? All the living entities will die. Everything will remain here only. चाहे वो आपका घर हो, चाहे वो कोई गाड़ी हो, everything will remain here. All living entities will die. And what will the Lord do? He'll breathe him and he'll take the entire universe inside. Where the whole universe came from his breath, the whole universe is created. And when he breathes in, the whole universe goes inside. In between, the living entity says, hey, this is mine and let's fight whom this belongs to. And then they both die. You see, so Krishna is the proper. He is proper.
So even to become caretaker or like the partial proprietor, you have to pay something, like either in terms of money or like in terms of, for example, in the hotel case, so you were there for 3 days. They were like, okay, this room is mine. Although you know, okay, it will be gone in 3 days, but you need to pay something. So, for example, in the case of body, so what are we paying in this case to get this body? As like a caretaker.
Your karma. After a lot of karma, one gets a human body.
Good karma.
Takes a lot to get a human body. And then, based on how we use it, next part will decide it. Based on how we use it.
Prabhuji, it is said that if someone says Krishna's name once or do prayer to him, he will not go to the lower part. Is it fine? Is it true?
Yes.
So nobody will go if someone says Krishna and then do all the bad karmas.
But the thing is, after saying Krishna, then you will do wrong things again. Ajamila was performing sin and chanting Narayan, but at the end of the life he chanted Narayan. So anything remaining was taken away. So Yamaraj has no jurisdiction on him anymore. Every time he calls his son, he will become free. So he has no jurisdiction. After chanting, then again, Okay. 2 questions. Yes.
So one is, what happens to all the souls in case, the Atma in case of total annihilation, the universe goes
They all enter into the body of Vishnu.
along with the universe?
And when the universes are created, then we all also come out. And then, based on our karma, we through Prajapatis, the sons of Brahma, Brahma and sons of Brahma, we take various forms based on our karma from previous day of or previous life of Brahma.
That happens to only those souls who are in the material universe, not the one who have already gone to the
No, they are eternal too. They have nothing to do with this. They may also come here, but they come here to participate in Krishna's pastimes. Krishna pastimes are going on right now in some universe. Every pastime of Krishna is eternal. So sometimes they travel with Krishna. That's a good way to come. If you want to come to this material world, you travel with Krishna.
Business class.
Huh? Right now we are like caught up actually in the 3 modes actually. You're bound by this illusory energy tightly. So it's wise to become free from it once and then travel with Krishna. Right now we are sad. Alright? You have another question?
Yeah. So for the cases of upper material worlds like Satyalok, Swargalok, there also our body is made of those five material elements. Right?
Brahma's body, it is made of intelligence. Either subtle or gross. But every body is made up of material elements.
As long as we are in material universe, our body will
We'll have a material body. We can have a spiritual body if we are liberated in the material universe. The example is Narada Muni. He is like spiritual body. Material body is a result of karma. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Okay? And the third principle is Suhridam Sarva Bhutana, means Krishna is a friend of all living entities. Why he is a friend of all living entities? Because
He's the father.
he is the father.
He loves everybody.
Hmm.
He loves others.
Yeah, he loves us unlimitedly. How much do you love your daughters? है ना? But anything she needs, what do you do? Immediately. She needs something immediately when they are in you give. है ना? So it's like how nobody love Dhriti, right?
Yes.
Nobody can love Dhriti the way Prabhuji and Mataji can love. You all agree or not? And same with your own sons. Nobody can love more than your own father and mother. Krishna is our father and mother also. तमेव माता पिता तमेव तुम्हें बंधु सखा तमेव सब कुछ सखा भी आप हो फ्रेंड भी आप हो mother is also you, father is also you. How much he loves us, and the proof how much he loves us is you pray anything, see what happens. You pray for anything. मतलब थोड़ा logical मान. But when you are in trouble, what does the child do when they are in trouble? They go to mother and father, right? Seek for anything. So when we are in trouble, what do? We go to Krishna. Krishna, I beg forgiveness. Krishna, please help me in this situation. And then what happens? Then what happens is called MIRACLE. And miracle happens. All you have to do is, you have to go and take shelter of Krishna. Everything will become perfect. Nobody loves you more than Krishna. Not even parents, wife, husband, son, daughter. Nobody loves you more than Krishna. Why? Because every relationship has some motive. It is said the purest relationship is mother and son, mother and child and mother. I am not saying father and son is not there. But it is said purest, close to pure is mother and child. After the child goes away and the mother still calls. Once a week you talk to your mother and mother is like, son, my day is successful today. The son is like, I have to do it as a matter of duty. I have to do it. I love but a little bit, but their love cannot compare actually. So it is said, way greater than that and way pure than that is Krishna's love for us. That much Krishna loves us. And this is one proof that Krishna is great. How? There are unlimited living entities. He reciprocates with every one of them personally. Everyone prays and Krishna is very personal with every one of you. As if he is there with you only. He knows you in and out. He knows all your habits. He knows everything about you. He helps you personally. Prabhupada says, only God can do that. Another way also, he is a friend of all living entities. He is closest to you. Physically also. If you are talking to somebody, he is this much away. But he is next to your soul. sitting as Paramatma. Physically also he is closest to you. Relationship wise also he is closest to you. So how it is a part of peace formula? What do you do with a friend? You have some friends? No, no friends. इस दुनिया में friendship बची नहीं actually. But anyways, if you have somebody close, what do you do?
Help them.
Help them and
Care for them.
huh?
Care for them.
Care for them. And then do you take something from them? No, you take help
You
from
take
them.
help from and we do fun together.
You share your heart with them. वो सही friendship मिला नहीं आपको bro. Maybe with your family members.
I have friends.
Yeah, that's right. Maybe with your family members. And then like some problem, you go and share. कि, sometimes we tell devotees, Prabhuji, please pray for us. We're going through this. Krishna is actually closest. You go and approach Krishna. Krishna, I need your help. How many of you approach Krishna for help? Nobody approach Krishna for help? Huh? No?
All the time.
Always approach Krishna. You approach somebody else, what they will say? If they are devotees, they will say, Prabhu, take shelter of Krishna. Because they know that they are helpless. If they are not devotees, what they will say? They will speak some garbage. Do this and take this job and resign this job. They will speak some garbage actually. And Krishna may speak through them, that is the difference. Many times garbage. But if Krishna speaks through them, you will know from within your heart this is what I should be doing. A devotee. A devotee, Krishna can speak to devotees through so many ways actually. Yes.
Is it necessary to ask for help from Krishna? Or anyone? Not anyone, but why with Krishna also? We can solve by ourselves. No?
You see, devotee always takes shelter of Krishna. What did if for pure devotees, they don't need to ask, Krishna will help nonetheless. But then there is also a thing of we are not there yet, right?
Not there.
And then we feel like the heat of material existence, and we feel like we need help so many times. Then where do we go? The very good example is Kunti. What did she do? Not Kunti, sorry, Draupadi. What did she do? Hey Krishna, please help me. Hey Krishna, hey Govinda. She received help. Likewise, Srila Prabhupada would say that I pray to Krishna, please protect me from your illusory energy. How much impact the illusory energy has on us. There is a Christian song. Sometime I remember that song. It's a Christian song, so I don't recommend that you all chant. But I was taught this song in my childhood. It's a Hindi song. Why? Because we used to go to a Christian school. Huh?
Which song?
कभी कभी वो याद आता है तो मुझे उसका I like one line of that. इतनी शक्ति हमें दे दाता, मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना. So the second line I like. My Lord, let my determination don't become weak. Please give me the strength, so my determination to serve you, whatever insignificant I have, that may it not become weak. Man ka vishwas comes on now. Let me continue flowing in your direction. But what happens so many times? Then we again pray, my Lord, please give me strength. Prabhupada said, I would pray every day to Krishna, Krishna, please protect me from your illusory energy. How strong is illusory energy? How can we overcome such a strong influence of the modes? And then we pray to Krishna, Krishna, please help. But then we can ask Krishna to help us to go close to him.
Yes. Not anything else.
we try not to ask. Yeah, we actually don't ask for it. If we want a job and we got rejected, we don't ask Krishna, give me that job. Because we know that whatever Krishna does is best for me. We have faith. But then what we ask is, my Lord, anytime difficulties may come. Give me strength.
So that means asking Krishna for protection from Maya is better than asking for some material benefit, because that is temporary, although it may give us material
Yeah.
benefit, very soon.
Ah.
But we ask for protection from Maya, like you said, prayer.
Don't worship devatas. Don't worship demigods. Have faith in Krishna. Krishna is all good. Should I tell you a story of demigod worship?
Yes.
It was actually a test for me. You know, we have Krishna house. So we were renovating the basement in Krishna house. So many obstacles. It was just not getting completed. So much we struggled to renovate the basement. We spent almost $50,000 to renovate the basement. And then we were building the altar in the basement. Because we were thinking we will stay here many, many years. So what happened? Ganesh Chaturthi came. Krishna was just not making it happen. Ganesh Chaturthi came. The altar, we had to spend $10,000 to build that marble altar. We wanted to build it in the basement of Krishna house, and that's where our God will sit. That's our plan. Some suggestion came, we can make it on a table, something simple. We're like, no, we'll build grand, $10,000, that's fine. Nobody is willing to put the marble, put the drywall. Nobody was willing to work, and they were giving like exorbitant prices and so many obstacles. Then some student said, Ganesh Chaturthi is coming, can we use the basement? Anyway, worship is going on upstairs to worship Ganesh. We're like, yeah, because we wanted to spread the holy name. Anybody comes to our Krishna house, we are happy. We're like, use it. So then I thought, like, Ganesh is Vigna Vinashak, so many obstacles are there. So I told Ganesh, if you so desire, please help us finish this altar so that we can start worshipping our Lord and open the basement. Next day we found somebody who was very reasonable, and $8,000 we finished it in 2 weeks. I was thinking, wow, Ganesh is great. He actually helped remove all the obstacles. He actually Vigna Vinashak. 3 months later, we moved out of Krishna house, and the whole 8,000 is a waste. Now we never go there. When I go there, it just pains my heart to see that Bhavya altar. You understood now? So then I remembered what Prabhupada said. Prabhupada would say, if you ask them, they'll give you what you ask them. But they will not think what is good for you, what is not good for you. Anything you ask them, they will give it to you. But Krishna will give you what is good for you. That time I was thinking, actually Ganesh is great. Maybe Ganesh is great. I'm not saying anything. But I will not approach anybody other than Krishna. Because I know if the reversals are coming, Krishna knows what is best. I cannot see what Krishna can see. And I'm like, my Lord, I don't know, 15-10 साल practice करने के बाद भी अभी तक वो absolute faith नहीं आया. Because sometimes we become very attached to our desire. Maybe Krishna centered desire. Maybe for the Krishna temple, whatever. So we become very much attached. And we are like, I want things in this way only. Even if Krishna doesn't want it, why Krishna doesn't want it? I want it this way. Try. I have always seen, and repeatedly I have seen that. Krishna will do what is best for you. You must have that faith. Krishna will do what is best for you. अकाम सर्व काम. अरे भागवत में लिखा है तो मानो ना. हम लोग मोटी बुद्धि के लोग हैं. मोटी बुद्धि मतलब समझ नहीं आता हम लोग। भागवत में लिखा है whether you are full of material desire or free from material desire, moksha, whether you want liberation, तीव्रेण भक्ति योगिना यजते पुरुषं परम, worship me only as a supreme God, that's it, nothing else. Krishna said less intelligent people worship demigods.
Verse number.
Huh?
Verse number. Sorry to like not to test you, but like I want to know the verse.
Second canto में है
Because you showed it earlier, I remember, so I'm not like testing. It's like for myself.
प्रभु देखो, we are not so intelligent to create the verses of this. We can only repeat. If we were in only 10,000 years ago, we could create a transmission of 7.23. हाँ. No, it's here, na.
Bhagavad.
Oh, Bhagavad. It's also in there.
हाँ, less intelligent. Which one you are asking, Prabhuji?
This one. The Bhagavad.
हाँ, 2, 3, 10. Bhagavad Gita is 7th chapter. Yeah. Covers from 21 to 25 is Devata worship, Krishna experience. Okay? Okay. So, any other discussion? That's the end of the chapter. So, how many of you understood after I moved to presentation? How many of you could understand that much? During nothing was understanding, right? When I was speaking Bhagavad Gita.
It was understanding. It was like more connected now.
This
So
is,
that was also
this is easier to.
easier to
Uh,
digest.
it is made for that purpose. It is more accessible. And some was just too technical. Too technical. Many times I have seen when I speak on too technical subject matter, I see the faces of devotees. Other devotees who are not sleeping, they will stay awake through this. And my loudspeaker is off. Alright? Anything else? Otherwise, we are good to end.
Actually, I will say that both are having the same face. It's you who are delivering that talk. Before there were so many phases, and